So Cal the Dragon has hit the For You page again, and at first glance, not a fan. That one aside though, some of these are nostalgic, and he has built up an unbelievable catalogue over the years.
Simon has a kids charity called MM7, or as Vic pronounces it, 7.
And obviously it's funny, but it turns out he might now actually be on the team. He was just on the Sidemen's Netflix show, and this has put him right back in the public consciousness.
Is that Cal the Dragon? I'm guessing I'm going up against you, huh? You are.
And I'm glad the bright lights haven't changed him. He is still exactly the same.
You are.
And jokes aside, this was actually quite a big moment. If you save a penalty in front of this many people, it's going to give you that legitimacy. Getting sent the wrong way in a goal this small, get him done for match fixing. But this does actually matter a lot less than it would have a couple of years ago. He shifted professions, which you might have seen in the last one if you caught that. He is now an artist, and he actually started off his career by doing a gig in Dubai. Some have said this was the worst thing to happen to Dubai since Iran. I think that's a disgusting and vile comment. There's actually rumours he's gone back since. He's been catching the drones, bouncing them a few times, kicking them back into the sea. This was the start, so you can't really judge the music prowess because he's come a long way. Along the way, he's met somebody who's now become his full-time collaborator. And again, at first, these songs weren't exactly great. I can't really speak, but yeah, you can watch them.
Got the play of the match. I'm about to score a hat trick.
Reviews by comparison still weren't great, but they were better. I paid nothing, but I want a refund. Set 8 music. But yeah, the overriding narrative was that this guy he was collabing with was kind of using him to promote his music. You can see by some of the promotional videos, it's clearly at Cal's expense.
Yeah! Come on.
This was the first time around, so somehow by comparison, it actually was quite tame. Because what we're seeing in terms of promotion since then, it's fair to say it's taken a bit of a turn.
Oh, good king.
It did start off pretty tame, relatively. Did also remind me of a comment I got once saying he was the last Targaryen, because he is the last Targaryen. But yeah, this took a bit of a turn, and it shouldn't be a shock, but I'm not sure about this one.
As King of the Dragons, I pronounce Corey Giselle as King of the Monkeys. You may rise.
Yeah, the reaction to this one kind of unanimously a shock. Clearly, this was going to draw a lot of negative engagement, and I think that was by design. I also don't think Cal even comprehends how this might have been interpreted. To me, this was clearly the other guy trying to engagement bait, and it actually did so well that they, again, repeated it for the same effect.
As King of the Dragons, I now pronounce Corey Giselle as King of the Monkeys.
This kind of sent me down a rabbit hole because this guy also did very recently comment on my last video. Mate, you're hilarious. Mate, come on. I've done double the content and another song with Cal since, so clearly he's trying to promote his own music again. And it's clearly for good reason too, because when he's not sticking a camera in Cal the Dragon's face, it's fair to say it's not having the same impact on the culture. We've got top 10 best farts of 2026, and that's hard to look at in isolation, but you look at the comments. Whatever the most liked comment is, I will do it. Might need to call his bluff. It's also not the point though, because you go over to the TikTok and the levels of clip farming going on. This is kind of clearly for one reason.
On your tattooed
That vibrato, that note. Very good.
That was really good.
Ah, man. What can I say? The legend himself. That's it.
I do want to believe he has good intentions, and you know, he might do. Comments obviously weren't that charitable though. Stop feeding his ego, it was terrible. And after the clips we've seen so far, this definitely started a bit of a trend on this channel. Not exaggerating either, because you see the pure volume of these videos. It kind of needs to be studied, really.
eternal flame of love burning true.
Whoa, that was awesome, but I need to adjust the settings if you're going to do it like that. I wasn't expecting that much power.
Sorry, you said power.
He did say power, and that is 1% of his power. I'm not really that bothered about the singing in this video. It's more the scenery. You can't just see this guy in the foreground kind of laughing to himself.
Hand in hand, we face the storm, together strong. Our heart.
To me, that is kind of proof of my earlier point, but who knows? All I know is these videos did continue, and they did get progressively worse.
I've got a secret weapon in rock, paper, scissors.
Coming in, ready? Rock, paper, scissors.
Shoot. Dynamite.
What happens? It blows me up.
Blows anything off.
Just blows me.
Yeah.
As you can see, a new character spawned in, and I can't really speak to who they are or what they do. All I do know is these videos are just so painful to watch.
Alright, and when did you meet that chick?
When did I make the stick of dynamite?
I thought you said
In
that's
the
your
back-
chick.
No.
Oh, sorry.
I made the stick of dynamite in my shed.
Right, Cal, that might be domestic terrorism. Please don't. And if we're using the T word, then I guess we can have a look at the comments. This is the nicest one I could find. Truly horrendous watch. Genuinely so awful. And yeah, you do have to feel bad for the third wheel here. She does not look happy to be there. And she also doesn't say a word. He didn't look at her once. And actually, I'll push back on this one because it's called business, mate. But yeah, all that aside, I have started watching now. So I kind of got to see it out, really.
People say I should do a day in the life.
And what can you do?
So basically, it's just a routine kind of thing. So it's like, you know, when you wake up in the morning and that.
And who's routine?
Yeah, it's my routine.
Got it.
People say I'm my different to the rest, but I don't know.
And pain aside, he did it. He actually went ahead and did it. The discovery that I made watching the day in the life, though, it's going to haunt me for the rest of my days.
Day in the life of Cal the Dragon, here we go. So I woke up at 6 a.m. The sun was out. Nice and quiet room, which was nice. Straight in the bed. Got my shoes on and obviously got my clothes on. Went into the bathroom.
Longest toothbrush I've ever seen. Yeah, that is diabolical. You know what? I respect it because dental hygiene obviously is important. And when he's not getting out of bed fully clothed and brushing his teeth, he is just, you know, kicking back with the team.
Final game, that was not far from Heathrow, was it? Ashford, yeah.
It was meant to be, mate. That's what God's plan. You know, I didn't even know that.
I didn't know you were Drake.
God's plan. I see what you did.
I actually feel burnt out watching these, so I did miss a key detail. 6 buttons on a polo shirt. Yeah, he is king. And all this aside, there are still, by these comment sections, clearly a contingent of Cal the Dragon fans that do still want him to go pro. And he's seen it, and he has now finally spoken out about his time in the Garden League.
So the thought I had was, there's some garden objects. But I thought, it's going to be silly. But I thought, go on then, we'll see what this does. So the first thing that came to mind was obviously the bin. And I put it in the goal. And obviously I was like,
Proof I'll watch anything, and I think this is harsh because this is the greatest innovator of our time. You look back at this era, even in recent history, and some of the stuff he was creating. This might be the best UK TikTok ever produced because I can't really name anything on this level.
Ref, how is this game going ahead? Chucking it down with snow. What?
Editing obviously unreal, definitely on another level to me at least. This never got the credit it deserved at the time. Prem debut next week, by the way. Gotta be pushing 30 now, and he might be.
6, I told you, don't lose it there. Don't you dare talk to me like that. Why are you losing it? There, you absolute moron. Ref, this is on you as well. Why are you playing in this weather?
It's a disgrace from 6 and a ref. He's lucky to walk off that pitch with his ACL intact. And I think this might have made him quite jaded because in recent times he's really reined it in. These videos aren't what they used to be. I was going to criticise the audio, but I think that might be the hate in my heart because clearly the atmosphere is just bouncing. It's a derby, mate. It's Grass United. They've gone to Cal's before and really done him over. They did actually win that day, but sadly, I think the ego might have gone to his head since because it's getting to the point now where he's Hollywood. He's Hollywood.
Yo, Carl, can I have your shirt? Carl, can I have your shirt, bro?
And on one hand, you've got to remember the fans. They were turning up in the snow. But at the same time, when you're playing at this level, you kind of earn the right to be a bit of an egotist. The Cal the Dragon story in totality has always been about him trying to go pro. And he has now genuinely made it. He's training with Birmingham.
From a back garden where it all began, Cal the Dragon built viral fame far from the professional game. Now he takes on his biggest challenge yet, a step away from the garden and into a different world.
The comment's a bit pessimistic, but, you know, he's got to prove himself. The haters will hate, though, as Cal the Dragon did famously coin in his song Cal the Dragon. And he is now unequivocally championship level, and this is what we've all been waiting for.
In football, moments decide everything. And in front of goal, there is no hiding. Time slows. Pressure rises.
I think, jokes aside, this is quite inspiring. You can concede 5 to Garden Shovel United and still go on to play at the highest level. He's finally getting his flowers, and I think the fact that he did score 5 against Flower United a couple of years ago, this is poetic. This has come full circle.
Striker lives between instinct and precision. Movement, timing, technique. The angle closes.
Yeah, listen, it's impossible not to like Cal the Dragon at this point. He is king, and what he's done is genuinely impressive. He has become a cultural icon just out of his own back garden. So let me know what you think about Cal the Dragon. And until then, I will leave you with one last clip, and if you don't watch it, then shame on you.
France. Germany. Didn't like flipping Germany when it didn't like flipping, what was the other one?